The LCM for 3 over 4 and 1/6 is 12. Change both fractions to have a denominator of 12. Basically, they tell us that the LCM is 12. So if they've given us the information that the LCM is 12, so we don't need to find the LCM, we just have to do the next step afterwards, which is just write down the common denominators as 12. Now ask yourself, how many times does 4 go into 12? 3 times, right? 4 goes into 12 3 times. So now if I have 4 times 3 is equal to 12, which is up here, now I can ask myself, can I bring over this 3 over here and write 3 times 3? What does that give me? 9. So I can write the 9 up here. Similarly, how many times does 6 go into 12? 2 times, right? So 6 times 2 is equal to 12. That goes right there. Now you have to ask yourself, 1 times 6 is equal to what? 6. And that just goes right over there. Pause this and make sure that this makes sense, because this is really the most important part of figuring out how to do this addition subtraction situation with fractions, especially with unlike denominators like here. So they give us the LCM, so we know that the denominators are going to be the same. And then they're asking us, well, how do I change these guys? Well, we change these guys by finding multiples that make it 12. So 4 times what gives you 12? It's going to be 3. And then you take that same guy and you put it up here. So whatever you do to the denominator, you do to the numerator. Okay, so then this 3 goes over here, multiplied by this 3, which is we figure that out because we know that 4 times 3 gives you 12, and we know what the LCM is. And then you get 9. And I always just double check, does 9 over 12 equal 3 over 4? If I was to take this guy, how can I get, let's start dividing this by 3. Let's divide this by 3. I get 3 over 4. That is the same thing as what's here. So we're good. And you can also do the same thing here. 6 over 12. Well, if I divide it by 6 and divide it by 6, we get 1 over 2. Okay, so we have found a problem here. This is not the same. Now, what does that mean? That means I messed up somewhere. That means this guy here is not correct. Why is it not correct? Well, I had to multiply 6 times what to give me 12? 6 times 2 gives me 12, right? Yeah. But for whatever reason, I did 1 times 6, which is not correct. I have to do 1 times 2. So 1 times 2. So what's 1 times 2? It's 2. And that means this becomes a 2 here. And now, what is this? Does 2 over 12, not 6 over 12, does 2 over 12 give me, so now I can't divide by 6 anymore, I have to divide by 2. Give me 1/6. Yes, so now you can see that it does work. Anyone can make mistakes like this, very, very easy to mess up, but I'm glad the mistake was made here so you can see that how easy it is to just mess up any of this. So make sure that whatever you multiply, whatever you do to the denominator, you do the same thing to the top. Here I multiplied by 2, and for some reason I decided to multiply by 6 up here when it should have been a 2. And that mistake carried throughout the whole problem, and if I was to do it, I would have got a completely different answer, and that would be the wrong answer. But now we fixed it, so it's all good.